Hi everyone. Here we are going to see about the unit 2 continuation. So in this presentation we are going to see about what is the self-evaluation, what is peer evaluation, and what are the patient satisfactions or occurs in the evaluation. Then we have to see about the process as well as the advantages and obligations are available in the evaluation, and what are the methods are available in the self-evaluation as well as the peer evaluation. So let me see one by one in a slide, one by one in these corresponding slides. So we will directly go to the slide. So first thing, that is the introduction. So here the realization of the goals and objectives is mostly based on the accuracy of the judgments, and it is the interferences of the decision makers at the every stage. So to arrive at the good decisions of test, the measurements and the evaluations are being used in all the situations. So thus the evaluation has become a part and a parcel of every system to determine the achievement of goals in a given period. So here are the terminologies. That is, we are going to see what is evaluation and what are the self-evaluation. So evaluation means, that is, we all know that it is an act or a process that will allow one to make their judgment. So they have the ability to desirability and the value of measures. So self-evaluation, that means it is an evaluation of one's own abilities and failing towards the evaluation process. So this will be occurred in the terminologies part. So these two things will be available in all the measurable units. Next is the peer evaluation. So peer evaluation means, that is, it is the process by which one's colleagues assess his quality and accuracy level. So these things will be evaluated in a peer manner. Next is the patient satisfaction. So that is, the patients will be satisfaction. It is defined as the extent of a resemblance between expected quality of care and actually received care. So this satisfaction will make each and every person to resemble their quality level in taking care of each of the individuality. So this leads to the satisfaction level. Next, we are going to see what is the meaning of evaluation. So the term evaluation, which is derived from the word value. So it means to be worth. That is, the evaluation is the process of judging the value or worth of an individual's, which should be having the achievements on characteristics of the evaluation process. So evaluation will be more important for judging the processing methods. So everyone should evaluate the methods, reasons, everything. It is an act or process that will involve the assignment of numerical index to whatever is being accessed. So here the evaluation is an act or process that will allow one to make the judgment about desirability or value of measures. So these desirable values will be ever occur in the process of evaluation methods. So the evaluation is an act or process that will allow one to make a judgment. Next is the self-evaluation. So self-evaluation means it is defined as judging the quality of one's own work, which is based on the evidences and explicit the criteria for the purposes of doing the better work in the future. So we have to evaluate ourselves with a particular work. So This will leads to the explicit criteria, and we have a make a evidence for your quality of individual work. Self-evaluation, which is defined as looking at the progress, development, and learning to determine what has been improved in the areas which is still need to improvement. So usually it will involve comparing the before situation with the current situation. So that is Rayleigh guide. He has made this evaluation definition, and this will provides the particular situation what are the things we are mentioned in the evaluation method. Next, self-evaluation is an evaluation of one's own abilities and failings. So this will lead to the most of the methods to improve their work. So there is reverse dictionary. So reverse dictionary has improved this self-evaluation to evaluate all the failings and others. Purposes of self-evaluation. So to encourage the continuing self-evaluation and reflections, to promote an ongoing innovative approaches. So it will encourage the individual professionals growth in areas of interest to the employees. So this will be leads to the particular purposes to improve their evaluating levels. So most of the innovative ideas will approach evaluation process. After completing the evaluation process, their ideas will be reached to the market. To improve the moral and the motivation by treating the employee as a professional in charge, then there will be the his or her own professional growth. So to encourage the collegiality and the discussion about the practices among the peers in the organization, we will support the employees as a experiment with the approaches that will move to higher levels of performances. So this level of performances will be improve the motivation part, and here we are having the professional growth. So that will be leads to the organization level. Next is the benefits of self-evaluation. What are the benefits we have earned from the self-evaluation? Means the first thing will be increase the confidences in the own learning. So next is the we have to try out the new ideas. Then we have to change their practices in their power to make the differences in both evaluation, self-evaluation as well as the confidence levels. So this is the most important thing that had been occurs in the evaluation part. Enthusiasm for collaborative working despite initial anxieties about being observed and receiving the feedback. So it has improved the teamwork and greater flexibility in their use of skills. So it has increased awareness of new techniques and greater insight into the thinking. So which has been enhanced planning skills to ensure the more effective task management. So these all task managements will improve their teamwork to be using their flexibility in the skills and development regions. Next, tools for self-evaluation. The staff and annual professional review procedures are occurred for the one of the tools for evaluation part. It will observe the involved experts, that is, it can be formal or informal procedures. The feedback from an observation is very valuable, but it must be handled sensitively. The checklist here we have provided as a guidance for the collections of relevant evidence, which is used to determine the merits worth or significance of self. So this will be occurs in the self-evaluation part of the tools which have been occurred in the professional region. Next is the peer evaluation. So the peer evaluation is that in a response to the public, there is a clamor for improved care quality. Some nursing organizations will be instituted peer review as one of the methods for increasing the nurses' accountability for effective decisions. So this will make the interventions in the peer evaluations. Next, the definition of peer evaluations. So it is a process by which one's colleagues assess his quality and accuracy. So this will review the process by which employees of the same rank, profession and setting will evaluate one another's job performances against accepted standards. So this was introduced by the author as O'Loughlin and Colbach. So they will evaluate the peer evaluation process with the employees in the jobs who have performance their standards. Next, American Nurses Associations have announced the peer evaluation process as that is the organization's effort wherever be practicing the professionals review with the quality and the appropriateness of services which has been ordered in the performed by their professional peers. Success of peer evaluation depends on both short but objective methods, trained observers, then constructive feedback for faculty development, then open communication and trust. So these are the successes which should be depends on the peer evaluations. What are the methods occurs means first is the direct observation. So the direct observation means that it is the most frequent method which is used. So the peer observer may be only passively present or may be actively engaged in the class while still serving the observation process. So selecting the peer observer, it can be a difficult one. So most of the evaluation of course materials are occurred in the methods of peer evaluations. So this will direct the observation process in the particular manner. Next, phases of peer evaluation. So that is the peer evaluation process may be developed using three phases. That is familiarization, utilization, internalization. So we all know that is the familiarization means the paper which have been evaluated for the peer evaluation process, it should be familiar with all the persons who have been reviewed for the programs. Next, utilization. Utilization means that is we have to utilize the phases whatever else occurs in the process of evaluation that will be verified and evaluated in a particular phases. Next, internalization. So internalization means the persons who have been internalized have been improved their skills to improve their methods. So that will be very important for us to increase the evaluation process. Okay, so that is the internalization means that the persons will be internalize the methods of processing in a particular manner. Next is the advantages. So advantages means it improves the teamwork, it will encourage the group members involvement and the responsibilities. It will encourage the peers to reflect on their role and contributions to the process of group work. Next, focuses on the development of judgment skills. It will provide more relevant feedback to the students as it is generated by the peers. Next, it will give the opportunities for the hidden leaders to be selected. Next, disadvantages. So what are the disadvantages occurs in this peer evaluation means there is threat to friendship bias, time consuming, artificially inflated, peers feels ill-equipped to undertake the assessment, reluctance to make the judgment regarding their peers. So these are the things which have been occurs in the peer evaluation. Thank you.